on the case. And speaking of the white supremacy always getting its way, as it is on the campus of Kent State and at that high school in Cincinnati, systemic racism in the justice system strikes again. Remember back in May 2020 when that young man of color recorded himself beating an elderly resident at a Detroit nursing home?
Oh, I remember. I was really mad.
Recall the old man suffered broken fingers, broken ribs, a broken jaw, and died in a different nursing home 2 months after the attack. He was never charged as a homicide, but the family said he wasn't the same after that, and he refused to eat, and he died. That young man of color who committed that beating, his name is Jaden Hayden, and he's 20 years old, and he told the staff at the time at this nursing home that the old man had fallen. That's how he got all these injuries. He had fallen. But then he posted video of the beating to social media. Now, I mistakenly thought that this character, Jaden Hayden, was a worker at the nursing home. He was not. He in fact was a resident. So according to his father, Jaden is autistic and schizophrenic, and he contracted COVID. And since he was living in a group home at the time, and Governor Whitmer's policy in Michigan required him to be moved to a nursing center, so he was placed in a shared room with this 75-year-old man who he then beat.
Right, yeah.
And this week, a judge ruled Hayden incompetent to stand trial. So, to recap, sane enough to record the beating, sane enough to narrate the beating in the video, sane enough to take pictures of himself with an awesome stack of $20 bills, sane enough to post it all on social media, sane enough to create an alibi or an excuse for the staff, not sane enough to be held accountable for the systemic white supremacy in the system. Systemic in the system. I'm, repeating myself here, but it's that time of night, Anyway, the white supremacy strikes again. Jaden Hayden is currently in a psychiatric hospital in Kalamazoo. The family of the old man is suing the nursing home. And seriously speaking, even if this guy has some sort of mental health issue that is responsible primarily for what happened here, and he can't be held legally responsible, if we're going with that argument, just remember how much of an indictment this actually is on Gretchen Whitmer.
Yeah.
So it was Gretchen Whitmer's policy not just to put the elderly at immediate risk of corona, which if anybody actually is, it's people in nursing homes, but to put them at immediate risk of a mentally unwell man fatally beating them.
Right.
These are the people taking care of us. This is what the science dictated. It's unbelievable. And I guess the only accountability for the old man's family will be a lawsuit against the facility, I suppose. It doesn't look like it's going to be legal accountability for this Jaden Hayden fellow.
Yeah. That's terrible, man. That poor old man.
And I can't show the video, obviously, but I did watch it again today in preparation, and it's tough to watch. He's literally beating the old man up and calling him an N-word and all this during it. He's narrating it while he's doing it.